Hi Cancer, I'm Zach, and this is Challenger Vedic Astrology and Tarot. Welcome to the channel. Now, for this video, we're going to be talking about the Saturn transit into Aquarius. But before we do that, let's talk about when Saturn was in Capricorn. Now, when Saturn was in Capricorn, you would have noticed that you were having to be more responsible when it came to relationships and business. Saturn makes you work hard. Saturn wants you to be committed. So during that time, that about 3 years or so, you would definitely have had to be working harder towards maintaining your relationship, your business. With Saturn, things don't come easy. Saturn represents boundaries. So if you're wanting to get into a relationship, that could have been a little difficult for you. Also, Saturn is your 8th lord in the 7th house when it was there. So there could have been some sudden event that happened in regards to relationship or business. There could have been some transformation of a relationship. So for instance, you could have gotten married, or in worst case scenario, divorced. Now, Saturn is moving into Aquarius though, so let's talk about that. Now, Aquarius is your 8th house. So, we were just talking about relationships, so let's talk about that first. So 7th lord being in the 8th house. Now, there could be some transformation that takes place in regards to your relationship during this time. There could be some sudden events that take place concerning your relationship during this time. Also, 8th house represents in-laws. So you could be dealing with your in-laws more than you were before. They could be experiencing some hardship during this time that they need help with. But also, your spouse could be gaining more financially during this time. See, 8th house is also joint finances. But that would require hard work, because with Saturn, things don't come easy. Saturn rewards you, but only after a long period of time of hard work. Now, Saturn's going to be here for about 2 years, so till the end of March 2025. Now, on top of this, Saturn in the 8th house, you're going to experience sudden events. Saturn's going to force you to go through these. Not gonna lie, Saturn in the 8th house from your ascendant, and especially from your moon sign, can be a little difficult. Saturn might bring about an interest in the occult for you as well. Saturn could bring about need to have a surgery. 8th house is also surgeries. 8th house is taxes. It's other people's finances. So you could notice that Saturn's requiring you to be more diligent when you file your taxes. 8th house is also bonuses though. So Saturn could reward you with bonuses for your hard work towards the end of the transit. That won't happen early on in the transit. Now, 8th house is also sex. Saturn being in the 8th house can dry up your sex life a bit. Can. It's not guaranteed, but you can. Now, let's talk about the aspects of Saturn. The third aspect of Saturn, well, first, Saturn has a 3rd, 7th, and 10th aspect. Now let's get into the aspects. Alright, third aspect is going to be on the 10th house. So you're going to notice sudden ups and downs in your career, first and foremost. Also, third aspect of Saturn is where Saturn requires you to put in effort. So Saturn's going to require you to put in a lot of effort into your career, into your status. Because there are going to be sudden events that are happening, and Saturn expects you to deal with those. Now, Saturn's like an old man with a cane. If you fuck up, Saturn's going to beat you with that cane. That's what Saturn does. Now, but Saturn rewards hard work. So, if you work hard, your status will rise. Now, Saturn has a 7th aspect on your 2nd house. 2nd house is family, it's finances, it's speech. Now, with Saturn having the 7th aspect on your 2nd house, you might notice some financial strain during this time. Money could be a little difficult, especially with you having those sudden ups and downs in your career. Also, your family. Both your in-laws and your family before marriage could be struggling right now. There could be family members that are having health issues during this time. There could be, in some cases, death of a family member during this time, with Saturn being in the 8th house. Although, that depends on the individual chart, and predicting death isn't something I generally do. But there could be sudden events that come up with family. There could be family members that need surgery, especially with Saturn being your 8th lord. But mainly it's financial issues and family issues that Saturn's going to bring during that time. Now, Saturn's also going to have a 10th aspect on your 5th house. So 5th house represents romance, it represents education, it represents children, primarily. Now, Saturn, like I said, it can already make your sex life a little bleak. Dry it up a bit. But also, Saturn's wanting to make you more responsible. Having an aspect on the house of romance, Saturn, if you want romance, Saturn's going to make you put in more. You're going to need to be more diligent. Like, if before you weren't being romantic with your partner, Saturn's going to be like, you need to step on this, otherwise you're going to lose your relationship. Like, Saturn's going to teach you to be responsible in the areas of life where he aspects. So, there could definitely be some issues with romance that you're going to have to work out. Also, when it comes to children, if you have children, Saturn could be making you, will be making you need to be more responsible towards taking care of your children. They're going to require more help during this time. Children might be going through some issues, some sudden events during this time. Now, with education, Saturn brings delay. So, if you were trying to pursue education before, that could be delayed. There could be some sudden things that pop up which delay that education. But there could definitely be issues that crop up there. Now, on top of this, Cancer, the slower moving physical planets, Saturn, Jupiter, and Mars, all 3 are going to be hitting the sign of Scorpio. Now, this will be happening from now until March 12th of this year. So during that time, some major events related to romance, children, and education could crop up. So, if you are looking to have children, this is when children could come about. Now that depends on individual chart, but that is a possibility. A new romance could begin during that time period. On top of that, you could begin a new education, a new course, new program. Also, 5th house is 8th from the 10th. So, is the sun change and transformation of your career. Now, like I said, Saturn is already aspecting your career from the 8th house, bringing sun events in your career. So there could be a change of job during that time period as well, Cancer. But alright, Cancer. That's the Saturn transit into Aquarius for you. And if you'd like to book either a Vedic astrology or a tarot reading with me, you can do so at my website, linked in the description box below. And I'll catch you in the next one, Cancer.